Alright, today we're going to cook some soon-to-be three-time championship winning chili. What we've already done is we have in my 22-quart stock pan fried up a bunch of bacon. Got all that good stuff left at the bottom. In here is the bacon. Right here I've got some jalapenos that I smoked when I smoked my brisket. Got garlic. Got rough cut onion, cut up in big chunks. That's where we start. Pan's nice and hot. And go the garlic and the onion. Just gonna kind of saute this. We're gonna scrape up some of that bacon goodness off the bottom while we're cooking these onions and garlic in here. And oh, the smell. Okay, what I have right now is a couple cans of crushed tomatoes, some salsa style diced tomatoes, and I like using V8 or its equivalent as a base. So we're just going to add all these. And this is where it all begins. Some of my cooking inspirations are Chef from South Park, Pioneer Woman. A girl knows how to use some butter. And that really weird science-y cooking guy on the cooking channel with the glasses. He's awesome. Alright. So that's where it begins. We're just going to take that. Give it a stir. We still got some of that bacon goodness cooked onto the bottom of the pan. That stuff's going to release over the period of the day. It's 7:36 right now a.m. So I started at about 6 a.m. and I'll be done about 4. Okay, now we're going to add some home canned tomatoes. Give it a little extra oomph. And then in a 22-quart pot, I'm going to add 1 tall boy of beer. I think that helps with flavor in chili. Now, of course, you're cooking smaller chili. You don't want to use that much. Some of the main spices I like to use are kosher salt. I like good thick grain salt. Cumin, garlic powder, smoked paprika. I use a 4 peppercorn blend. Chili powder. Roasted garlic powder. Brown sugar. There'll be a few other things in there, though. Here's the deal. I cook to taste, so you're just going to kind of have to eyeball here. That's what I do. I'm going to put about half of the chili powder in there. Some of that oregano. Bunch of that smoked paprika. Cumin. That good Mexican flavor. straight up garlic powder. And then this is my roasted garlic powder. I use a little bit more sparingly. We're going to go in here with some kosher salt. The key to salting is to start little, work your way big, because you can't go back once you over salt it. You just have to add more stuff. And then we're going to go with some brown sugar. No exact measurement, it's a handful. And then stir it in there. It'll start out a little chunky at first, but don't worry, it'll all mix in there as it cooks. So don't sweat it. Keep scraping the bottom if you're working on getting all that bacon, cooked on bacon goodness off of the bottom of it. So okay, so what I've done is I've taken half of the onions and garlic and half of the peppers and put them right there. And now they're going in.
Yeah.
And that's what you call rough cut. Big chunks. You have big chili, want big chunks.
I like big
This is
chunks of the
Tanya's face.
carrot.
Right now we're taking the rest of the onions and garlic and smoked jalapenos and stewed tomatoes, and we're breaking them on down. Now, some people prefer to add masa. I'm doing it ghetto home style, and I'm adding a little bit of Jiffy corn muffin mix. Thickens it up, gives it kind of a rich flavor you're looking for. And then on top of that, I'm going to chop up about a third of the bacon that I made and add that right now early on to the mixture to start giving it some of that bacony, smoky goodness. And what we have here are chopped up canned chipotle peppers. I like San Marcos because they don't really put anything in them except for chipotle peppers, tomato puree, onions, garlic, oil, salt, sugar, and more garlic. So we're adding those to the mix. Now what I do is I don't like using all the adobo that comes with it. So what I do is I just take the peppers out, and whatever adobo is on them, when I take them out and chop them up, is what goes in. This stuff, I don't know, you can use it for something else. Some will use all of it, I don't. So just a matter of preference. Go back over here and stir those chilies in. And as you can see, it is beginning to look like chili. Okay, now what I added in was one fresh bunch of cilantro, cut up, just the leaves. I cut the stalks off. I add the first bunch in early because as they cook down, they add an amazing flavor. I also have a second bunch that I'm going to add toward the end to give that crisp, fresh bite. And if you've ever had cilantro before, you know exactly the bite I'm talking about. Okay, what I have right here are some serrano peppers. And then I also have over here, about to get grilled up, some big fat happy poblanos. They're beautiful peppers and they taste amazing after being grilled and then put in chili. Okay, so what we have here are now grilled poblanos, grilled serranos, however you want to call them. So I smoked the jalapenos with the brisket, and then I grilled these peppers. These peppers are great grilled or smoked, whatever. Yeah, some of you might say that's a lot of work for chili, grilling, and smoking and all that, but I take my chili seriously. This is serranos and the poblanos cut up. As you can see, there's some pretty big chunks. I like big chunks, and I cannot lie. And you other chili fans can't deny. So, some people like uniformity and small pieces and blah, blah, blah. But this is how I like my chili. And I cook my chili to my taste.